presidents. Dead presidents. Dead presidents. Let's go. Hands on me, got the yellow brace. Check off in my pocket like the yellow paste. Was when I was asking. Low facility, I keep it classy. Build an empire, yeah, that was my state of mind.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Cowboys continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Vikings going up against the Cowboys.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Barney, watch it now, Barney. Set. Blue landed. Blue landed. 6 yards.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Back to Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! Leopard!
Again, it's Elliott. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Over Leopard! Leopard! No, check!
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience got very thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball were the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he's able to find Diggs. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue in the red zone this time. And to give this time to the tailback. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And tough starting field position here. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And if you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go to Elliott again. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
No, check. Patriot. Detroit. Here we go now. Over. Detroit. No, check. Patriot now.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Back there! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now a play fake. Garoppolo letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time. And that'll bring up second down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Here
to his running back. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down at the 46.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now here come the Cowboys. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play here for Dallas. 55 yards.
Watching that, Marty. No. Check. Leopard. All right, here we go.
They give to Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They'll run it now out of the gun. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
No. Check. Patriot.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Detroit. Hurry up.
They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. This time to the tailback. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now it's Brinza to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be set. Down.
No gain on the play. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Over. Control. Leopard. Hurry up. Here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Richards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Detroit! Detroit! Check nickel. All right, here we go. Detroit! Watch it. Over! No. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw now on first down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now let's go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now back to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
No. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Patriot, hurry up, here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now it's Brinza to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know it feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Second down following the run.
God,
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And to give this time to the tailback. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. Third down here. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Only able to make it to the 15 after the broken tackle. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Running with Elliott. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. And the D looking like they may blitz. This is Elliott. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And ready now for 2nd and 9. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he is knocked down from the side. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 44 yards. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. From the pistol, here's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Defense showing blitz. And he'll give it here to his running back. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now Brenza on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now it's Brenza to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Linval Joseph busting through to get him for a loss of 6. They'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Vikings on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.